Pitcher?
All right, we're back.
Cool.
We'll welcome you back now. Again, we apologize that we're having some technical difficulties. The Wi-Fi here.
Don't know what's different today, but we're now on our third stream, so.
Oh, that one, not sure where that missed, but 2-0 now to Brown. Not sure where the stream cut out during that at bat, but Schuessler able to advance to second on tough one for Derby to make a play on. Not sure if it was a wild pitch, pass ball. Not sure how it was officially ruled. Heavy hack and a miss there, though, by Joe Brown. 2-1 to him now. And as I was saying, when the stream crashed, the Oaks behind 2 right now. Last inning, a tailor-made double play ball hit to Gavin Grant, and it was just one of those moments. We talked about it in between innings between the three of us. Just seemed like the eyes got too big for Gavin Grant as he was excited. Taylor-made double play ball to get his pitcher out of it, and he just unable to get the ball out of his glove and just rolled it on the ground away from Jack Brooks, which allowed the second run to score. Swing and a miss on the 3-1 pitch to Joe Brown. Stanford not normally a strikeout guy this season, but tonight he already has 5 strikeouts, 4 of which are looking.
6.
6, sorry.
Yeah.
And there's another strikeout. 7 strikeout now for Stanford. His season high up to this point was 5, which came last time we were here for him, and that was on the 22nd of July. 5 innings where he struck out 5, and besides that he had 4 a couple times. He even had an outing where he only struck out 1. But here Mike Stanford sees guys who haven't seen him, and they've swung and missed 3 times and looked at strike 3 4 times, and there's another strike looking.
And already for Stanford, that's his 75th pitch of the ball game.
Usually we'll see Mike get those ground balls, which keeps the pitch count down, as a lot of the ground outs come early in the count. But because this Prune Packers lineup just grinds out at bats, seeing a lot of deep counts, a lot of 3-2 counts. Mike getting the strikeouts, but they are coming deep in counts, which is why you're seeing that pitch count so swelled up already. Well over 70 pitches and only a 3 in the third innings pitch from Mike.
That one's looked at. 1-2 now to Carson Crawford. Crawford 0 for 1 today. He's one of the 4 who've struck out looking.
And you have to wonder at what point the Oaks send someone down to the bullpen to start throwing.
Just able to get a piece of that one as Crawford in on the hands.
I said pregame that the Oaks would be pleased to get 5 innings out of Stanford because of their bullpen. And they got a lot of fresh arms down there because of Rivas going 8 innings in Game 1 last night. So if they can just get 5 out of Mike, I'm sure they'll be pleased.
1-2 again. That one ripped foul, and as Josh is saying, 5 from Stanford is just fine because Alexander Rivas, an absolute gem yesterday, 8 innings to power the Oaks to an 8-2 win. And obviously, you don't want to use too much of your bullpen today because the Oaks are guaranteed a game no matter what tomorrow, because the 1 seed coming into this playoff tournament, they win yesterday, today's game. They win, they're straight in the championship. They lose, they're into the losers bracket semifinal. And we also were informed that this is not a true double elimination tournament in the fact that you do not have to beat the number 1, the undefeated team in the championship twice. It's just winner takes all in the 1 championship game, which will be at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Pitch of the at-bat. Stanford still ahead 1-2. Breaking ball.
Backdoor slider just misses there from Stanford. Count even at 2. That was pitch number 81 from Stanford tonight.
And the Oaks dugout was letting the home plate umpire hear it a bit. Saw Coach Solis pop out
Conejo. Big southpaw on the mound, having to labor through the best lineup in the league.
2-2 now.
The nine-hitter, Carson Crawford, putting up a fight.
Stanford looks at second. He delivers, and a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Strikeout number 8.
Strikeout number 8 for Stanford.
This is so bizarre just compared to his other outings for Stanford. It's usually low pitch count, not a lot of strikeouts, a lot of ground balls, but today he's got a high pitch count and he's striking out just about everybody. 8 strikeouts today.
Just a gutsy performance here from Mike, giving it all he's got right now. Knowing that this is likely his last outing of the summer, leaving it all on the table. Only 1 earned run, 8 Ks already.
And he struck out everybody in this lineup except for the 2 through 4 for the Packers.
And as Josh mentioned, Holcroft, who's in now, is one of those guys who struck out. He struck out looking to begin this ball game, and he walked, came around the score on the error. So I'll take strike 1 there, count even at 1.
Keep looking down to the bullpen to see if anything happens, and finally I saw Danny Velos go stretch a little bit, and David Whittle has his gear on. He's about to start catching somebody.
The slider just misses there, 2-1 now.
Waiting on deck. Healdsburg a 2-0 lead. RBI double by Kramer in the first.
2-1 delivery from Stanford. That one's in there for strike 2. Count even at 2 now.
Really good pitch there from Mike. He's done a great job with that fastball, just either being on the corner or missing out of the plate, which is why we've seen so many borderline misses. He's being very careful not to miss to the middle of the plate, and he's only missed middle a couple times.
Back-to-back Hayes, Joe Brown and Carson Crawford. Can he make it 3?
2-2 delivery. Swung on a miss. That's another strikeout for Big Mike Stanford. Make it 9 of the 12 outs. Strikeouts for Stanford. He struck out the side 2 times in 4 innings. We'll be back. Bottom 4. The Oaks chasing 2.
Let's go hit. Come on.
We'll welcome you back, and the Oaks offense trying to put something together here with the outstanding pitching performance we've seen from Mike Stanford tonight, and no better way to start it off this inning than one of the hottest bats in the CCL, Josiah Chavez, who fouls that one back. That's foul ball number 45,000 tonight.
And now, finally, Danny Velos begins to lightly toss down in the bullpen. I wonder if that's it for Stanford, if they'll let him start the fifth.
Yeah, we'll see. It's north of 80 pitches for Stanford, but he's dealing 9 strikeouts through 4 innings. 1-1 now to Chavez. Chavez comes in this ball game now hitting above 300 after yesterday's game. 1-2 to him now there. Chavez walked in his first at bat.
We haven't seen anyone go and eclipse the triple-digit mark when it comes to pitches. Mike, well over around 80 pitches right now through 4. Saw Rivas only took him about 85 to get through 8 yesterday. So Rivas was working quickly, and Mike having to labor a lot, causing the pitch count to swell as Chavez goes down looking to start the inning for the Oaks.
Marv Guerin has just been absolutely dealing for the Packers tonight. Both teams obviously haven't seen the other pitcher before, but Guerin, the one who's winning this pitcher duel right now.
As good as Mike has been, Guerin has been that much better.
And because Guerin doesn't have experience going deep in outings, they've had a pitcher just standing on the mound with the ball in a glove for a few batters. He did it for the last couple of batters last inning, and now he did it for Chavez. He's just standing on the mound with the ball and glove, and the second trouble hits, he'll start throwing, but there just hasn't been much trouble.
Dode has to duck out of the way of that breaker. 1-1 now to him, and
it is number 9, Austin Ehrlicher, for the Prune Packers. The man with the ball in his hand, just waiting to get the call to start warming up.
Dode flubs that one.
Get out of play.
Plenty of room over
Over
there
to
at
make
first
a
for
play over
Brown.
there at first is Brown for round number 2.
Well, you come into this inning and let Guerin settle in the third, so you know you come into the fourth, want to have some deep at-bats, work some counts, and 2 quick outs for Guerin. And Velos probably hasn't gotten a chance to get loose down in the pen.
Brendan Durfee steps in now. He grounded out the first unassisted to begin the second inning. Durfee currently 4th in average on the team, coming into this game hitting .338, technically 3rd on the playoff roster because we've still not received an answer yet, but Charles Messino not here for the playoffs, who finished the season 3rd in average for the Oaks. That one's popped up to the left side. That one's going to get out of play.
And because this inning has gone by really in the blink of an eye, 2 really quick outs, you got to wonder if Velos is ready to come out for the 5th, and if he's not, we might have to see Mike Stanford go back on the mound, maybe get an out or 2 to make sure Velos is ready. Durfee trying to keep the inning alive, to give it that much more time for Velos to warm up.
2-1 now to Durfee. Durfee, one of multiple guys on this roster with more walks than strikeouts this summer. Durfee, you know, a guy who's built like he's a power hitter, but he's a contact average hitter. Only 11 strikeouts this summer and 80 total at-bats.
And it's actually more than that for Durfee because it's the 80 with not including his 12 walks or 4 HBPs.
Yeah.
Ehrlicher got a hint in the bullpen, and he finally sat down.
That one's popped out of play again, and it's also including just CCL play.
Yeah.
Brendan Durfee, the catcher today, the catcher yesterday. I gotta presume he'll probably be the catcher tomorrow.
I think it benefits the Oaks, especially because they only use those 2 pitchers
A wide 6'4" frame of Durfee behind the plate is an advantage for the pitching staff, plus a plus arm, as Durfee's got an absolute cannon on him. 2-2 delivered to him now. He'll loop that one out to right field. Settling under it out there and right is Runyon. It's 1-2-3 inning as the Oaks go down in order. We'll take you to the top of the 5th. So we'll wait to see who comes out on the mound.
Yeah, I don't see Mike going out there, so you got to assume it's going to be Danny Velos.
Yeah, seems like that's going to be the case scenario. It is going to be Danny Velos. So we'll be back. Mike Stanford's night is over. It was a great one for him, though. We'll be back with Danny Velos on the mound. We'll welcome you back now as it is Danny Velos on the mound, and it is Cameron Deck in our chat. What's up, Cam? I'm missing you. Glad that you're in the chat for this one. Not sure what's up with the AWOL yesterday, but
A lot of disappointment on the team, Cam, that you're not here.
Facts. Need you to be cheering the boys on from wherever you currently are.
Love the profile pic on YouTube, Cam. Pretty electric stuff.
Repping the Oaks.
Velos ready to go here in the top of the 5th. Gonna need length out of him.
So Velos comes in now after 4 innings from Mike Stanford, where he walked 3, gave up 3 hits, struck out 9. 2 runs come across. Not sure if they're both earned. One was earned for sure, but we got to get...
Both will go down as earned. You can't assume a double play, as that error from Grant came with only 1 out. 1 out in the inning. It would have been a double play ball, but you can't assume a double play when you are scoring.
Cam saying he's always repping the Oaks. Cam, does that mean you got an Oaks shirt on right now? That first pitch from Velos, ruled ball 1.
Cam, you're always repping the Oaks. You weren't in the chat yesterday.
Always repping the Oaks, but doesn't show up to the playoff games. That's kind of sus.
Cam's gonna leave now.
It's playoff rated.
It's a great point. It really is.
2-0 now from Velos to Vuletic.
More on him when he comes up here.
That one's fouled straight back. Vuletic 0 for 1 today. He walked, came around to score the first run of the ball game in the first, and then he flew out to Gannis for out number 1 in the third.
Coming into this ball game, I was expecting Velos to follow Stanford, just building the bridge to Andrew Lucas, so we'll see how long they let Velos go, but it'll definitely be a long relief outing, at least 3 innings, possibly more.
As Velos paints the corner there for strike number 2. Count now even at 2.
Only way you're going to see Lucas pitch today is if the Oaks take the lead.
Yep.
That first pitch, Vuletic gets underneath it and fouls it back.
Offense a little stagnant right now. Only 1 hit through 4. There was a bloop single from Tyler Gannis that fell in between the second baseman Vuletic and the right fielder Runyon for the Prune Packers.
If there's something we do know about this Oaks team is they never say die. They're in every single ball game, no matter what the score is. That one's down in the dirt. Count runs full.
I was talking with bench coach Joey Garcia before the game and asking him, in a playoff atmosphere, what do you think the most important thing is? And he said patience. And what I said was the main thing is in a playoff situation is just not to panic. And he said right away, yeah, there's none of that here.
3-2 delivery from Velos. Misses away as Vuletic is able to hold up. She'll bring the dangerous Joey Kramer to the plate. He's 2 for 2 today with an RBI, a double and a single.
One of the keys that Josh mentioned was that you don't want to let Kramer beat you. And this is the 3rd at-bat now for Kramer. He has come up with a runner on in all 3 at-bats now. And because of that, you have to pitch to him.
Mm-hmm.
Can't pitch around a guy when there's someone already on, especially the leadoff man being on.
Oh.
First pitch to Kramer. It looks like it missed up. 1-0 now to him.
Got him.
Back pick. Oh.
AJ really wanted that one. So I'm taking a couple bunny hops. See a couple coaches in the Oaks dugout just pacing right now, wanting that call. I know a lot of the Oaks faithful wanted that call. I know Cam wanted that call.
I wanted that call.
We all wanted that call.
God.
Second on the team, rather. Holcroft leads with 18. Vuletic has 13.
1-0 delivery. Just misses. 2-0 now. A little bit of a inconsistent strike zone tonight from this home plate umpire.
I thought when Mike was on the mound that he was pretty good, and he has been pretty consistent to my eyes. Just really seen him have trouble with the left-handed outside call.
That one misses low and away. 3-0 now to Kramer. Some early control issues from Velos.
Right now, bullpen empty. Well, it's being thrown around as a football up the left field line.
Really, we've seen it all summer. The umpiring has been brutal at times,
He's
There's
been
the
good today.
strike.
He's been good.
but today has been pretty good.
Has to be careful, though. Kramer has
When you can count on one hand how many missed calls there are from our perspective.
And they're borderline, too.
Exactly.
It's
Nothing
nothing
egregious.
egregious. But Angel Hernandez would fit in here.
That one's popped a mile up and foul.
See if these kids can make a play. No, let it fall.
It's count now full again. Both of these guys who faced Danny Velos out of the bullpen have worked the count full.
head coach for the Packers, Joey Gomes, opting to go with Marv Guerin. Guy who's only pitched in 2 games for Healdsburg, opting to rest Stoutenborough and Bugarski. 2 of the top players in the CCL in wins. Stoutenborough actually tied with Potter's pitcher Anthony Perez.
Sturfy's going to take time.
Really a big pitch here from Danny. This is the leading hitter for the CCL, so you don't want to just groove in a fastball,
He has 6.
but you don't want to walk 2 batters to start your outing.
Tail pitch to Kramer.
3-2 misses up.
Ball 4, back-to-back 3 passes given up from Velos. First and second, nobody out for a big hitter.
Not the start you want if you're Danny Velos. First 2 batters you face out of the bullpen are issued free passes. She'll bring Braden Rooney to the plate.
We're calling. I was thinking about what am I going to ask this guy who's clearly seeing the ball so well.
And just falling back to the point we made in the bottom half of the fourth, Velos had to get up in a hurry. Usually we've seen Velos start a ball game for the Oaks last couple of outings, so not getting the usual amount of time that he gets to warm up. Just wonder if he wasn't ready coming out, but he had to be ready because Stanford pitched well over 80 pitches.
Yeah, you got to be ready no matter what the situation is. It's the playoffs. You got to just be locked in the entire game. That one's rolled over foul. 1-1 now to the count to Runyon. Runyon 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to Gavin Grant in the first, and he's the one who grounded the Grant on that error in the third. As we're going to see a little meeting at the mound here between Durfee, Grant, and Velos.
And this is why the coaches rave about Gavin Grant, about how smart he is out there at shortstop. He was the one who went out to the mound to talk to Velos. I don't know if he noticed something with the runner on second picking the signs, but that's what it seemed like from the way that he went out to the mound and brought Durfee out there. And that conversation lasted a little bit with Durfee and Velos. But it was started by Grant, who definitely noticed something there and went to go talk to his pitcher and catcher. It's dangerous territory right now for the Oaks. Heart of this lineup, and really don't want to let this one get away from you.
1-1 fouled away.
And it's especially tough, too, in a game like this where the loser plays at 12 o'clock tomorrow and neither starter, so Stanford going 4, and can't be expecting too much more from Guerin.
Nobody up in that Prune Packer bullpen, so
they need their
we'll be wearing for the 5th, at least.
Yeah. You just want to save your bullpen as much as you can.
1-2 delivery from Velos. Back pick from Durfee at first. It's in there safely.
Good idea by Durfee and Salgado there getting over, but he was definitely back in there safely. It's Kramer.
Kramer wasn't far enough off the bag to get picked off there. But definitely keeping him honest, making sure he doesn't get too big of a secondary.
Count even at 2 now. 2-2 swung on a miss.
Filthy.
Gets Runyon looking silly for strike 3.
10th time already that the Healdsburg lineup has gone down on Ks.
And it goes back to last inning where Josh was talking about it. That now makes 7 of the 9 hitters in this lineup have gone down via strikes.
Super surprising from this Healdsburg lineup, as this isn't an easy lineup to strike out, but Stanford carved them up pretty good, and Velos gets a strikeout for his first out of his outing.
First pitch from Velos to Brown misses away. Brown 0 for 2 today, and on top of that, Sammy, this also is an Oaks starting rotation and bullpen that really doesn't have too many guys with high strikeout rates in it. So that one's fouled away. 1-1 now to Brown. Brown ended the first with a fly out to Carrillo, and then he struck out looking as he became the 3rd strikeout victim looking against Stanford. He was the 5th strikeout victim.
We've seen Brown make a lot of solid plays tonight, playing first base. As that ball gets away from Durfee, both runners advance.
So that one bounced in the dirt there. Durfee unable to come up with it. So now there's going to be 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out.
Infield comes in for the Oaks.
And this is a situation where normally you would pitch around the batter and be extra careful, which you'll definitely be careful, but the CCL's leading home run hitters on deck and Jared Sundstrom, so this is dangerous territory right now for Velos.
2-1, popped a mile high.
Stay
Looks
in.
like
Stay in.
Salgado or Durfee might have a play. Durfee scrimps back and he makes a
Oh.
catch.
How did he catch that?
My goodness, that ball played up in the wind. It was dancing. When it was originally hit, AJ Salgado looked at it thinking he might have a play, but he quickly realized that he had no chance, and Durfee had to run all the way back to the netting. And then even when he got there, the ball was still making some wicked movement, and really big play from Brendan Durfee. It's been the play. That's the play of the day so far for the Oaks, and now Velos has a chance to get out of this inning with no harm done.
Yeah, I don't think he ever saw that baseball until the split second before he caught it. I bet you if you ask him after the game, he'll say, I had no idea where that ball was, and it landed in my glove.
Just a great effort there from Durfee. Salgado and Dode were both sprinting in for them for their quarter infield positions. But Durfee makes a big play for his pitcher Velos as Sundstrom now pops one up a mile in the air as Gavin Grant's tracking it over there at short, and he gets under it, and Velos gets out of the jam with no damage done thanks to an excellent play by Brendan Durfee. The Oaks only chasing 2 as we go bottom 5. It's the bottom third of the order. Due up Carrillo, Sandoval, Brooks. We'll be back.
Come on, boys.
That's got to...
Welcome you back. Austin Carrillo steps in now. He struck out looking in the second on a pitch he wasn't happy with the call about. But after the big strikeout from Stanford to end the top of the 4th, we expected the Oaks offense to wake up a little bit, and then doesn't happen, and then big play from Durfee, and Velos gets out of the jam. Hopefully this wakes up the offense. But now Carrillo behind 0-1 as he squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes strike 1, and he wasn't happy about the call. So swing and miss at strike 2.
That frustration probably mounts from his last at-bat too, where he was rung up on a pitch didn't love, and then also on that pitch when he pulled back the bunt, the catcher Schussler didn't catch it. So Carrillo's like, if he doesn't catch it, why is he getting the strike?
0-2 now to Carrillo. He'll foul that one. Unable to squeeze that one again is Schussler. And for Carrillo, not a normal Carrillo day yesterday, that's for sure. A 1-for-5 effort. Definitely don't expect that from Austin Carrillo with how well he's been playing in the latter half of the season. Carrillo, 328 coming into this game. His walk to strikeout ratio is absurd. 30 walks to 18 strikeouts in CCL play.
Well, it's interesting, you know, we're in the bottom third of this Oaks lineup right now in a game where they're trying to turn things around, and you think, get to the bottom half of the lineup and say, uh-oh. But this bottom third of the lineup could be the top 3 in any other lineup. They're just so deep.
1-2 now to Carrillo. Guess he'll take that one down, count even at 2. And as Josh was saying, you know, this is not fair. The bottom third of the order. All right, well, Sandoval, the 8-hitter today, the 8-hitter yesterday. He cranked one over the fence in the first inning, a 2-run home run. And he did it as well in our season finale at home. Our home finale, not our season finale, our home finale. Cranked one to dead center at Calvu. Only one of 2 guys to do that this year.
If you flip this lineup over and went backwards from 9 down to 1, it would still make sense as a normal lineup. It's just that deep. We've seen Brooks in the leadoff spot before. Sandoval, Carrillo, all these guys, they're 7, 8, 9, have all been in the top 3 at some point this summer.
3-2 now is Carrillo, 0-2 to 3-2 now as he's battling with Guerin, who's still in there. And he'll work the walk, and he's fired up about it.
Yeah, he is. Fire me up, Austin.
It's really been a masterful performance from Guerin. Only the third base runner allowed. But leading off an inning, it is the first leadoff base runner for the Oaks to lead off an inning. We'll see a pitching, not a pitching change, but a mound visit from the Prune Packers. Someone is up. I wonder if it's still number 9, Ehrlicher.
It is 9 still.
I'm trying to tell if that's Coach Gomes, who's out on the mound right now, the head coach for the Packers. And that is going to be it for Guerin, or maybe not. It seemed like the way that he was just giving knuckles to all of his teammates that he was done for the day, but
I think it was more of a like a dap up and a all right, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep Guerin in there. And now he'll have Carrillo on first after the walk. Have you guys noticed Schussler picking up clumps of dirt and throwing it?
Yes.
I don't know what he's doing it for. Sulak's mom texted me about it and asked me what's going on with that. I said, I don't know. I've been watching it all game. I don't know if it's just like him trying to get better grip on his hand or something, but 0-1 after Sandoval swings and misses at the first pitch.
Yeah.
He'll take ball 1 away now.
Oftentimes, it's just not noticeable. You see catchers rub the dirt a bit with their hands. It's just rare to see him throw it like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen the big scoop and the toss of the dirt before.
Just a kid having some fun with the dirt.
Yeah.
That one misses away. Guerin puts too much on that fastball.
Guerin got ahead of Carrillo 0-2 to start the at-bat and missed badly on all four balls to walk Carrillo, and the 2 balls to Sandoval this at-bat have both missed badly. So this could be it for Guerin.
2-1 delivery. That one misses down. 3-1 now.
Yeah, one more base runner, Guerin will be done. He's gone deeper into any ball game all summer for him, and they were just pushing it as long as they can until he stopped being dominant, because he's dominated the Oaks through 4, but the leadoff walk to Carrillo and now behind 3-1 to Sandoval.
Sandoval swings 3-1, pops that one up towards first. Able to make the play there for out number 1 is Sam Brown.
That's a gift there for Guerin, and he'll still be done.
So Sandoval, the final batter for Guerin. We'll take a break as we wait for the new pitcher to get warm. We'll be back. So it's A.J. Ehrlicher who's going to be the new pitcher now for the Packers, and Jack Brooks will be the first batter to face him.
Taking 19 at-bats, but here he is on the bump, facing Jack Brooks, the left-hander. First pitch.
As Brooksy fouls that one, it gets a big piece of Schussler's mask.
So Ehrlicher has had a good summer so far. He's actually a two-way guy, both pitcher and hitter. He's got a 3.17 ERA in 17 innings this summer, 16 strikeouts compared to 8 walks. And it looks like he is more of a long reliever, only going less than 2 innings once. So they'll look to get multiple innings out of him today.
The plan for the Prune Packers was probably 3 from Guerin and then 3 from Ehrlicher here, but Guerin was just pitching so darn well that he gave the Prune Packers 4 1/3, and they'll take it.
Yep.
Brooks takes the backdoor slider there for strike 2, and Schussler reached so far forward for that one that if Brooks swung, he probably would have just completely taken off the glove of Schussler and would have been granted first base. 0-2 delivery now, though, as Brooks swings and misses at strike 3. She'll make way for Tyler Gannis. Gannis still the only guy in this lineup with a hit tonight. He's 1 for 2. 4 combined hits between the two teams tonight. So we're through 5 2/3 innings.
Half those hits are by Joey Kramer.
They're saving guys for 2 weeks.
Check on Correa at first. He's back in there easily.
You have every right to save guys when you run through the CCL North Division like they did. Nobody was even close to them, winning it by 7 games. Walnut Creek.
Scannis takes the first pitch inside for ball 1.
Steps in and takes ball 1.
Some hoots and hollers there from Packers dugout.
You've done enough. You clearly earned your spot. Even though they were the only team in the Crawdads to not win a team, they played hard in both their games.
Wonder if we're going to see a bunt single attempt from Gannis, as the third baseman Kramer is playing pretty deep for Tyler Gannis at the plate.
Centuries ago. Here's the 1-0.
So take the 1-0 up, 2-0 now.
It also sort of looks as if Kramer's kind of baiting Gannis into doing it, as he, before the pitch is being thrown, he'll take almost like a sprinter's warm-up, hoping to break towards home plate.
Gannis fouls that one back, 2-1 now.
It's been an absolute thrill to have the opportunity to do these games with you, Anthony. And this is a tournament that I was lucky enough to be a part of and travel up to Lincoln this year. It's been even more of a thrill to play it in the ballpark that I called home for this entire season.
That's right. Insheimer Park winning the bid to host the 2022 state championships.
Check on Correa here. He's in there standing.
It really has. Living 3 minutes from the ballpark all season and knowing that even teams from the north can make the trip down. Some of their fans making the trip down has been an absolute thrill to see.
That's right. Ballpark relatively packed for this being a non-blues game. But rightfully so. Conejo and Healdsburg
Delivers the 2-1. That one misses downstairs. 3-1 now to Gannis. Let's see what the approach here is from Gannis. Sandoval saw a 3-1 count and he swung. Ended up popping it up in foul territory. See if Gannis decides to hold up. He'll be hunting. So work the walk.
Let's go, AJ.
Bring the hard-hitting AJ Salgado to the plate now. 0 for 2 tonight is Salgado. Salgado was a 7-hitter yesterday. He went 1 for 4, but he had a very, very crucial infield RBI single as he grounded a slow roller with Dode on second. And he was able to just put his head down, beat the throw to first, and that allowed Dode to score all the way from second on a great read from Coach Raymer over there at third. And that really put the nail in the coffin. First pitch breaking ball gets in there.
Until he got hurt, this was the guy. This was who you wanted up in these RBI situations. AJ Salgado, he went on the IL, or he got hurt as the team's leader in RBIs, and obviously saw that lead dissipate, but always comes through in these spots.
Go breaker again. That one ruled strike 2.
Back breaking balls.
Yeah, that one
That
literally
was
was
low,
caught
man.
at
Come
the
on.
back foot of.
That was low.
One was caught at the back foot of
That was low. That can't be called a strike.
Salgado.
Not now.
0-2 now. 2 on, 2 out. Salgado ends up striking out because of that. The Oaks still shut out here through 5. So we'll be back top 6. I'll welcome you back now, top 6. It's Danny Velos still on the mound as he'll face the bottom third of the order for the Packers of Schuessler, Brown, and Crawford. Schuessler 1 for 2 today. The single and a strikeout. So we'll get a swing and a miss, strike 1. Way ahead of that slider is Schuessler. Some of the Packers fans have now begun some "Let's Go Packers" chants.
I mean,
that one misses away.
If you're gonna come all the way from Northern California, you might as well get into it while you're here. Must be some diehard fans or family members if you're making the trip down, so it makes sense. that they're really into this game, as they gave Guerin a standing ovation as well when he came off the mound.
And he deserved it.
He sure did, Sammy.
69 home runs, by far the league lead.
2-1 now.
Ahead of Lincoln, who's in second place.
Really a pitcher's duel going on right now. Only 4 hits total in this ball game through 5 innings, and half of them are from the CCL's leading hitter, Joey Kramer.
And yeah, one of them, the only Oaks one, is Tyler Gannis, their leading hitter.
3-1 now to Schussler. That one misses down and walks leadoff batter. Velos has walked the first guy he's faced in both innings now.
3rd walk total for Danny, 2. A little bit of command issues today. Was able to get around the 2 walks last inning due to an incredible play by Brendan Durfee. Really a game-saving play by Durfee. That foul ball that was dancing in the wind for felt like an eternity, and Durfee really didn't get a good look at it until the ball was just in front of him, and sticks the glove out and makes the play. That was the 2nd out of the inning. And Velos followed that up with a first pitch pop-up the next batter to get out of the 5th with no harm done.
And so now we're going to see a pinch hitter as Sam Hunt checks into this ball game. Almost forgets to report himself, which would have been an issue. First pitch.
What?
Not sure where that misses.
That's been a strike all day.
Told you inconsistent.
What's the ruling on that if pinch hitter doesn't report? He's out,
I
right?
think he's out.
He's out, yeah. It's like skipping a spot in the lineup.
That would have been a tough way to get an out.
Squares the bunt, pulls back. That one misses. 2-0 now.
Sammy, you know what I wonder? If he doesn't report and it's an out, does the 0 for 1 go to him? Like, does the out go to him, or does it go to who we pinch hit for?
Ooh. That is interesting there, Josh.
I have no idea the
I feel
answer.
like that's
No, I
something
have no
Cam
idea.
should know. 2-0 now to Hunt.
All 3 of these pitches have been strikes.
I have no clue where that one missed. Guess it was too far down the middle. 3-0 now to Hunt. Should be on the bench with 3 strikes. There's another strike. What the?
Holy schmoly.
I mean,
Velos getting squeezed right now.
sure is.
That's just bad. See another pinch hitter now too, as Gomes really starting to play some chess.
Taking no chances in this playoff game. One in the best bat up there in the best situation.
It's going to be Blake McDonald now who's going to come to bat. And he'll just be pinch hitting because he's a catcher. And he's pinch hitting here for Crawford, the shortstop. So now 1st and 2nd, nobody out. This is the same way Velos started last inning. Except last inning, he actually threw 4 balls to one of the batters and not 4 strikes. That's why we need Cam here. Cam can tell us exactly where those pitches are missing.
Yeah, true. You can also tell us if there's anything being said from the Oaks dugout, because I'm surprised there hasn't been anything, and even an explosion just to hype up the team.
Scores the bunt. That one goes back.
Corner's in right now, expecting that bunt.
Donald on the year has 1 sacrifice bunt, hitting .267. Traveled up north from
McDonald here to
Salgado
obviously
weighing on the grass right now.
sack bunt. He'll square again. Velos pitches. The bunt gets down right back to
3.
Velos. He's got to play at 3, but he bobbles it, and he'll have to just go to first, and he throws it away. So I'll bring in 1, send the run around third, and he'll trip. So Gannis.
Back.
And now they
Third to
got 2
second.
guys. Sturfy's going to fire to second. We're going to have a pickle here. Can't both
Tag
them both.
Tag
Oh,
them
what
both,
are you
yeah.
doing?
You got them both.
Got him. Double play. That's a double play.
Can't have 2 guys on the same base at the same time.
We're gonna see Dave go out and talk because they
Healdsburg will get a run on a costly error from Danny Velos.
got to get a ruling on that.
No, it's he was the runner. Since he was the runner ahead, he was
Yeah.
allowed to take the base. He's allowed to stand on the base. That's why he's
You're right.
safe.
You're right.
How about that? Something you don't see every day. Costly error from Velos.
3-0 now after the throwing error from Danny Velos.
Top of the order with Jake Holcroft with the infield in for Conejo. Fish up and away by Velos, 0-1. 1-0 rather. No misses low.
That one misses down apparently. 2-0
That was
now.
down.
One gone and one already in for Healdsburg.
2-0 now to Holcroft. So we'll drive that one deep to right field.
Racing on back Gannis, it's over in
And
head.
that one is gone.
Jake Holcroft breaks this game open and has given Healdsburg a 5-0 lead in the 6th inning. And the floodgates are starting to break through.
It's a good swing there from Holcroft.
Fantastic job.
Got into a fastball count and really took advantage of the high fastball, turned on it. Gannis really didn't know where that ball was, as his ill-advised leap was about 10 feet to the right of where the baseball crossed over the wall.
Home plate umpire was not happy right there. Blake McDonald came flying out of the dugout as soon as that ball was hit. So that one misses down now to Vuletich.
They're telling the Healdsburg dugout to settle down, and
Why?
I don't really agree with that. It's
Yeah.
it's a playoff game. They're allowed to be fired up. They're up
seriously.
5-0 and on track to go straight to the championship game.
Yeah, let them be.
That one's cued over to Brooks. So we'll record out number 2.
Now, unless of course they are sending some like verbal shouts towards the Oaks, I doubt that really, as there's not really much of a rivalry, so to speak. So shouldn't really be any reason that they're jawing at the Oaks.
I mean, we've seen it many times before. 5 runs ain't too many for this Oaks to overcome. Saw a 6 spot in the first inning alone yesterday from Conejo Oaks. First pitch there to Kramer is in there for strike 1. Kramer's been able to reach base safely in all 3 of his at-bats. RBI double in the first, singled in the third, and walked in the 5th. The top hitter in the CCL in the box now. He flails at the slider for strike 2.
This is the first time that Kramer hasn't had somebody on in his 3 plate appearances today.
Ooh, delivery from Velos. Bounce.
Long time right now between pitches.
1-2 delivery from Velos. That one's cued back
the
at
heck?
him and hits him in the glove. Bobbles it and fires to Salgado for out number 3.
That one took a wicked spin. Really the definition of a cue ball is that one started out on the left-hand side of the mound for Velos on the glove side, and it came all the way back and hit him in the stomach.
Little head bottom 6 now. The Oaks chasing 5 now. It's the heart of the order. Due up Grant, Chavez, Dode. We'll be back. We're back. Here in the 6th, the Oaks trying to wake up their offense. There's a conversation here going on right now between, I think, Joey Gomes and
This has got to be a
Thurston
discussion
umpire.
of where guys are being entered into the ball game as far as where they go in the lineup, because the pinch hitters who they were pinch hit for don't play those positions.
Well, Hunt pitch hit in the DH spot, so
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about him. But McDonald, on the other hand, I don't think that's him at short. I don't see a 7
Yeah,
anywhere on the field
we
for
can
now,
get-
but
we
we
can
really
get
can't see.
DJ Ehrlicher right back out
Grant
there.
scores the bunt. That one fouls back.
I like that.
Gavin Grant, because the Oaks have been shut
Grant
down
0
by
for
a
2
couple of
today.
Packers
Reached
starters.
via an error and then struck out.
I think Danny's done. He's already down in the bullpen, just chilling back in the bullpen again, and Wes Delatorre's up and throwing, so that'll be it for Danny.
That one's in the dirt. Nice pick there by Schussler.
Oh, well, we just heard from Zach next door that this guy is throwing upper 90s, AJ Ehrlicher. They got a radar gun, and he's hitting upper 90s, so that's not something you want to see when you're already trailing 5-0 in a ball game, a playoff game.
2-1 now to Grant as the slider misses away. Fastball, high heat, the definition of it right there as that one misses up.
Gavin Grant ducking out of the way. Three balls,
Cam, if you were here, you'd be able to tell us.
Gotta figure it out, Cam.
Chavez and Dode.
Probably already left the stream by now.
Hasn't commented in a while.
Takes ball 4.
Grant works a walk to start this inning.
Leadoff base runner for the Oaks.
So you gotta capitalize off the leadoff base runner for the Oaks here. Unable to do so last inning. It's only the second time this entire ball game the Oaks have had a leadoff base runner.
I feel like it's something that happens far too often in baseball where an offense is just struggling, can't get anything going offensively in a tight game, and then all of a sudden they see their deficit jump to 5 runs, and then they'll wake up, and by that point it could be too late. So hopefully the Oaks offense can really turn things around. They still have 15 outs to work with, 12 outs to work with, it's the 6th, but still 4 innings to put up 5 runs.
1-0 out of Chavez. We saw a little over a week ago now, the Oaks played the OC Riptide at home. It was 10-5 going into the bottom of the 9th, and the Riptide brought in Matthew Maloney, and the Oaks were the first team all summer who got to Matt Maloney as they put up 4 runs on him. They were all unearned, but still Maloney not able to record, that final out as the Oaks kept piling it on and fell just short of tying the ball game. They stranded AJ Salgado at third as the tying run. But it just shows the constant fight from this team.
And we've seen this offense explode in some innings quite a bit. 6 runs yesterday against the Riptide in 1 inning. We've seen them score 8 runs off of the Saints in 1 inning, 5 runs off the Saints in another game. And there's a mistake right there that we've seen them capitalize on. All the mistakes made from the Riptide yesterday, and an error by the newly entered shortstop. We still don't have his number.
3 I saw.
Trace?
Yeah.
Trace. Yes, that is 3. We'll get a look on our roster. On the roster we have here, Loudon Brooks out of Texas Tech. So he makes an error. We see it all the time when someone enters the game. The ball will find you. And right now, this is when the Oaks got to capitalize. You got 2 guys on with nobody out. Your RBI leader at the plate, trying to get on the board for the first time.
Stode able to check his swing there for ball 1, and that that play right there from Brooks was just a matter of him trying to be quick and charging the baseball. He went for it and ended up laying the baseball as he was trying to turn 2 rather than just to get 1 out, as they'll check on Chavez at first. And that's what ended up costing him. You could tell by the way that the baseball was chopped from Chavez's bat that it was going to be a tough play to turn 2, and Brooks was moving to turn 2, and he ended up paying the prices. He just completely whiffed on the ball. 1-0 now to Dode. It's Grant on third, Chavez on first. Dode holds up again.
And when you're in a double play situation as a middle infielder, sometimes your eyes sort of light up when you see a chopper coming your way, as you're thinking, here's my 2 ball right here, and just a little overzealous from the newly entered Brooks, and as Austin said, olayed the ball, got right under his glove.
Dode swings and misses at that one.
That's why, Sammy, from when you're a little kid on, they teach you sure man, quick man on a double play. So the sure man is the fielder, whoever fields the ground ball. You make sure you get the first out at second, and then whoever's receiving that has to be the one that's quick.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened with Brooks. Brooks tried to be the quick man in that instance. So 2-1 now to Dode, the leading RBI man for the Oaks this summer. So he'll take ball 3 away.
Hear a couple kids in the crowd chant "home run, home run." If you're Zach right now,
agree.
that's not what you need right now. Just
give me a home run.
Keep this rally going. Hit or walk right here. Base hit, ball 4 right
Home run's
here.
a rally killer.
Got to be 1 pitch, 1 spot here for your Dode. If you can load the bases with nobody out for Durfee, you will. But Dode shoots that one to right field. It's going to send Grant on the sac fly. He'll go home on a wild throw. And it's going to be RBI sac fly from Dode as the Oaks finally are able to crack the scoreboard.
That's fine there. Get a job done. Finally get on the scoreboard. And you wonder, sometimes when you're struggling as a team, You just need one.
Just that first one. Yep.
Just got to
Get that
chip away.
first. Get that first one. Get that first one in. And who knows what can happen now?
Well, we saw earlier this summer another instance you want to talk about with the Oaks chipping away to lead. The Oaks were being no hit through 5 innings. They were losing a ball game
Against the
5-0 against the Saints.
Scored
and they won
six.
that
Scored
that
6
ball
in
game
1 inning. to take the
6-5.
lead.
Won that ball game 7-6. My apologies. On a walk-off. It's Durfee will take strike one on the inside part of the plate. Trying to get a little bit of a generous call. Durfee there to try to sell that one inside.
It's
Oh, he
interesting.
fooled me.
It's interesting. These teams have never seen the Oaks before, yet they're still shading Durfee, knowing that he likes to hit the ball to left center. So he's got a big gap in right center. If he can shoot one over the second baseman.
I think that's more, Josh, just the fact that their pitcher throws high 90s, and if Durfee's making contact, he's probably going to be a little late on the barrel.
Yeah,
Shoot it to the opposite field.
definitely a factor. They've kind of been reverse shifting in the outfield almost all game as well.
0-2 now to Durfee after he fouls that one back.
That set up Conejo's first run, cashed in by Zach Dode, a sacrifice fly to right. Brendan Durfee.
As that one does miss inside, and Durfee just has to dance out of the way as he makes sure he doesn't bump into Schussler. Job is not about going there.
No need to run and do an out on the base paths, trailing by 4 runs.
The 1-2.
That one misses in. Count even at 2 now.
Nobody up in the Healdsburg bullpen right now. Delator's got to be ready. No, he's had plenty of time to warm up.
Mark Guerin, only making his third appearance with the Boone Packers, did his job plus more. And Ehrlicher trying to
Ehrlicher 2-2 delivery. Durfee pops that one down the left field line. It's going to be a tough play.
Is that caught?
2 guys collide,
No,
and
that
that's
ball's
not
dropped.
caught.
Scary play over there too. Might see somebody check in on Brooks and Kramer as they collided with each other.
You know, there's a little bit of arm twisting out
Looks like they're
there.
okay though.
Two of the best hitters in the CCL, part of that collision. Kramer, Sundstrom, and Brooks as well.
All 3 guys over there that
Brooks had to go a mile to even get to that ball. A remarkable effort.
He was the closest.
that no man's
catching
land, and seemingly nobody loud enough to call it off. And we'll give
Well,
Durfee
they're
an
they
extra
were more
life now.
focused on running to the ball than making the call.
2-2 again now. Ehrlicher delivers. Durfee battles again and fouls that one away.
Wow.
Nice battle swing there from Brendan Durfee.
Yeah, what a win by Durf there. That was a strikeout pitch, fastball in the outer half that looked like it was by him, and he just stuck his bat out and got a piece of it to stay alive.
Oaks need some base runners. Can Brendan Durfee deliver?
2-2 again. Ehrlicher delivers, and he gets Durfee with the breaking ball.
Put him away with the breaking ball.
That back foot breaking ball is just killing these left-handed hitters for the Oaks. You got Salgado and now Durfee with it too.
So bring Austin Carrillo to the plate now. Carrillo for 1 today with a walk.
The Oaks are not strangers to velocity. Plenty of teams in the South have guys that throw above 90. That time the breaking ball fooled Durfee, swings through it. Now it's up to Carrillo.
So Austin Carrillo, who one of the best hitters for the Oaks all summer, one of the highest on-base percentages in the entire CCL, steps in now with 2 outs. So take first pitch, strike on the inside part of the plate. He's not happy about that one.
He's not like the strike zone tonight.
He gets some clarification from the
So talk with the home plate umpire there.
where the pitch was in the zone.
And it's now every single at bat for Carrillo that he's hasn't been happy with at least one of the calls.
Carrillo very good with his plate vision. That's why his walk to strikeout ratio is very good. As he'll nub that one away, almost gets a piece of Raul Sandoval on the on-deck circle.
The on-deck circle for the Oaks, right in front of their third base dugout. Conejo, the designated home team. Them being the #1 seed in the South Division. Healdsburg, the best conference record overall, though, in the CCL. Two of the best teams in these playoffs. Made the trip up to San Luis Obispo, trying to crown a 2022 state champion. Winner of this ballgame will head to that championship
0-2
at
now.
6 o'clock tomorrow.
Carrillo swings and misses at strike 3. The Oaks are able to finally chip away as they'll be chasing 4 now as they're able to crack one on the board. We'll be back for the 7th, where Josh will be taking things over. We'll be back.
Wes Delatorre is out there to begin this 7th inning as Danny Velos goes a couple innings out of the pen. Delatorre now ties Charlie Adamson for team lead in appearances out of the bullpen, and his last outing in the season finale against the Riptide was the best one he's had all summer. 1 2/3 scoreless out of the bullpen, and they'll look to him here to keep this deficit at 4 as the Oaks trail on this one 5-1.
That outing, first pitch of the outing for Wes, he got a double play ball. And then when he started off the next inning, he got a first pitch out. So he got 3 outs on 2 pitches.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible from Wes. Literally a perfect pitch, or little perfect outing in that 1 inning for Wes. It was a 2-0 ball game for a majority of this one until the Packers exploded for 3 in the 5th inning off Danny Velos. That was capped off by a 2-run home run by Hallcroft, and Delatorre quickly falls behind Runyon 2-0.
Danny Velos, not so much. 2 innings pitched for Velos, 1 hit, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and only 1 strikeout. 2-0 from Delatorre. Swung on and missed.
2-0 changeup there from Delatorre, and he gets a swing and a miss from Runyon.
I like that.
And we were trying to figure this out in between innings, why the Packers just have hit so many more home runs than the Oaks, as Runyon, who comes into the game with 5 home runs, is one of 6 or 7 guys that has more home runs than the Oaks' leading home run hitter, Noah Carliner, who has 4. Must be something in the air up north.
Maybe they secretly just play all their games in Colorado.
It definitely is some thinner air up there. You get that marine layer a lot of places here. OC, pretty close to the beach. Santa Barbara, right on the beach. Out in Sparky Anderson Field, no No right-handed batter can hit a home run. Pull a home run, I should say.
Maybe they just all have their field set up so that the wind blows straight to dead center, so every ball hit just carries.
Oh,
Don't know.
we'll have to
If I build a
examine it when we're
ball,
up
if I
there.
build a ballpark, I'd do that, just for more home runs.
Like an MLB The Show.
Yeah. I can't do it actually because not capable on PS4. It's only a PS5 feature.
Count full on Runyon. Delator misses, and Runyon takes the walk.
For the Oaks pitching staff, that'll be their 8th already today.
And just mention on the CCL broadcast next to us, that's the 8th batter that the Oaks walked today. Yesterday, Alexander Rivas, 0 walks through 8 innings, and then Charlie Adamson
Walk 2 in the ninth.
walked just 1 in the ninth.
Sure.
Sam Brown, that fly out to left field in the first.
I have to check the tape on that. I thought it was 2.
Just a walk and a double.
Michael Stanford. Now facing West De La Torre.
And
He
now-
takes ball 1 in the dirt.
Sam Brown steps in. He takes a first pitch ball.
Oaks have been playing Brown to pull all night. Dode well off the bag. He's in the 5-6 hole.
Grant right back up the middle as Brown fouls this one back.
Sam Brown.
Jared Sundstrom waits on deck. He's 0 for 3 today for the CCL's leading hitter. And this middle part of the lineup for the Packers is all 0 for 4 through 6. Not a hit yet as bunt is shown by Brown. Durfee goes out to the mound to have a conversation with his pitcher, and Grant joins in.
Brandon Durfee will head on out to check on his pitcher, De La Torre. Shortstop.
Just going to give
A
Delator
meeting of
minute here.
minds right now.
Yeah.
West De La Torre. Last outing was the final day of July on the
There's-
31st.
We got a
Inning and 2/3,
fan out
4 hit.
sitting on top of the cages out in right center.
Oh, I see him.
You see him?
Pitched 3 innings and give
So they just asked the fan to.
losing effort.
You can
Come
see him
down?
coming
Oh,
down
he's
on the
coming down.
broadcast.
Oh, wow.
Could be a woman.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Whatever human being is out there on the batting cages, please get off.
Yeah. It's basically what was just said on the broadcast or on the PA system.
Braden doesn't run a lot. He's
5 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for the Packers. 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 errors for the Oaks. Really haven't had much going offensively, and really neither team has, other than that 1 inning for the Packers, where they had the big 2-run homer.
7. 8 free passes given up.
Delator's
Pitching staff
2-1 to Brown. He shows bunt again. Misses outside. Count goes to 3-1.
And to be fair to that person, there's probably a really great view out there on top of the batting cage.
1 pitch away from making it back.
If you're the PA announcer, what are you saying in that situation? I'm more of a, like, what are we doing? Just
Attention.
get off the get
Whatever
off the fence. Get off
bozo
the
is on
get off the
top
batting
of the,
cage. What are we doing?
Whatever bozo's on top of the batting cages, please get down.
Bozo. It's an underused insult.
Yeah, it is. Brown swings it away on 3-1 and swings through it. Sammy would just get on the headset and just walk in out there.
Bozo, big time
No, that's more of a
It's a
figure it out.
clown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bozo the clown.
bozo the clown.
Bozo.
3-2 to Sam Brown. We'll see if they have Runyon running. They'll be out. They'll stay put. And Delator walks Brown.
The 3rd consecutive inning. The Oaks have walked the first 2.
It's 2 men on and nobody out for Jared Sundstrom, who we aforementioned leads the CCL in home runs with 15 on the summer.
Jared Sundstrom on the day. He's had a rough one. Struck out in the 2nd and
Not ideal stuff out of the pen
respectively.
from the Oaks this ball game. In the 5th, Velos walks the first 2 batters of the inning. In the 6th, he does the same, and now to start the 7th, Delator
1 for 7.
walks the first 2.
At 298 in the regular season for the Prune Packers. He's got a couple ducks on the pond here and nobody out. Latour
Sundstrom swings
That'll
and
be an
pops
infield
up
fly.
the first pitch.
Infield fly, batter out.
Well, that's 2 infield pop-ups for Jared Sundstrom with 2 men on, and that's really big for the Oaks. They're very fortunate in that situation. And that'll bring up Kimball Schuessler, today's catcher. He's 1 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored.
1 for 2 today. Scored on a costly error by Danny Velos back in
A catcher, he's a prime double play candidate, so Del Toro will look to get a ground ball here. He misses outside with the first pitch. And there's more chirping from Coach Solis in that dugout.
That one looked off the plate to me.
Yeah, I agree.
No, that one looked off.
I
but
agree.
Still.
Yeah, no, I agree. It did look off, but also from the dugout, it's hard to tell. And they've gotten squeezed a bunch the last couple innings, so you can understand the frustration.
That's pretty true.
Need the umpire to lock it in down there.
2-0 now. It's Schuessler.
5 runs on 4 hits for Healdsburg this game. They've really been taking advantage of the mistakes from the Oaks. A lot of free passes given out and a couple of errors as well. And we saw Kramer drive in Vuletic on a double back in the first. And Vuletic was on second because of the balk from Mike Stanford. So that's another mistake that the Prune Packers took advantage of.
And Sammy, it's like you mentioned, it's the same as how the Oaks beat the Riptide last night. They just took advantage of the few mistakes that the Riptide made. And
that's playoff baseball.
Yep. Least amount of mistakes, usually going to come out on top, and the team can take advantage of those mistakes. It's 10 to come out as the victor. As that one's chopped to short to Grant. He'll flip to Brooks, who barehands it to first, not in time. Really, the only chance to get 2 there was Brooks going to his barehand, and not a hard hit ball. So good job by Grant and Brooks to make sure they get the sure out at second.
Yeah, that almost felt like one that Gav may have been able to just take himself, carry his momentum across the bag, and maybe had a better chance at getting the guy at first. But Brooks made that look so nonchalant, barehanding that at second, and just turning and firing at the first.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was going to do, Austin, take it himself, but he trusts his future teammate as that one eats up Durfee, and that'll be another run scored for the Packers.
Yeah, not the execution you want if you're West Del Toro right there. Spikes a fastball, and it takes such a big bounce that it gets the shoulder of Durfee, and the upper part of the shoulder as that one just shoots to the backstop.
Advancing to second is Kimball Schuessler. Sam Hunt still has a runner in scoring position.
Another run for Healdsburg. Didn't even have to get a hit this inning to put up another run. Once again, taking advantage of the mistakes made by the Oaks.
Sam Hunt in there now. He pinch hit last inning. Came around to score after reaching on a walk. He's ahead in the count 2-0 on Del Toro.
Loser of this game will play at noon tomorrow against the Orange County Riptide. Winner will get a free ticket to the 2022 state championship.
Del Toro's 2-0, misses middle, 3-0.
It may have been
It's got to be high.
a hairline up.
Yeah. 3-0 to Sam Hunt.
Sam Hunt.
Takes a strike. 3-1.
Trying to fight back into the
Lawton Brooks waits on deck. Another newly entered Packer.
infield and outfield Shan to the left. Against the left-hand hitting Sam Hunt.
Del Toro's 3-1. Foul back. 3-2. Three and two to Sam Hunt, with Sam Brown I'm sorry, with Kimball Schuster out there on second base.
23rd pitch of the inning from
The
Dilator.
payoff pitch is lined to second right at Jack Brooks, and Delator gets out of the 7th inning, allowing just 1 run. We stretch here and slow. Oaks trailing 6-1.
6-1, Green Packers lead.
Raul Sandoval leads things off in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Oaks trail in this one 6-1.
Gets past the catcher, Kimball.
They'll look to Sandoval now to maybe spark things, as
Bottom of the 7th inning.
there's been a couple times in this ballgame where we really thought the Oaks offense was going to take off. But this Packer pitching staff has done a really great job of limiting the damage. Just 1 hit for the Oaks today, and it wasn't even a hard hit baseball.
Third consecutive
It was a
CCL state
bloop single by Tyler Gannis.
2019, they lost a 3-game series.
They were able to pick up a run last inning after
2 years before they can get
the
another
walk
opportunity to win a state championship.
by Grant, and then Chavez getting to third on the air, or Chavez getting Grant over to third on the air, and then the sacrifice fly.
Boy, are they hungry.
The Sandoval gets well underneath this baseball, and it's right at the center fielder Holcroft for out number 1. AJ Ehrlicher is back out there, and he's been really good out of the pen, throwing mid-90s, allowing 1 run, a couple innings up to this point, and it was not an earned run. Jack Brooks takes the first pitch up and in. Brooks, like a lot of guys, not having a great day at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
In the state championship, they had to play 4 games instead of 3. They had to make it through the losers bracket, meaning that they had to stave off elimination twice.
That one misses in the dirt, 2-0.
Championship game where they would ultimately defeat the Blues, who sent them to the losers
We've
bracket.
talked about it before today, but
To deal with none of that
the bracket stands like this. The winner of this game automatically goes to the CCL Championship at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, And then the loser plays the Riptide at 12 tomorrow for a chance in that championship game. As Brooks, what?
They're saying that that Brooks fouled it off, but it went off. Brooks is saying it went off his hands.
It clearly went off his hand, but it was called a strike. Coach Solis is out there to have a conversation, a calm conversation with the home plate umpire. Kind of just wants an explanation, I think. It's a bit of a lengthy discussion right now.
Looking for base runners any way he can. But throughout the season, at least on my end, Zach, I haven't really seen too many times where a coach goes out there, argue.
First base umpire is going to come down the line now. And Coach Solis looks like he's not done. These calls never get overturned, at least in the CCL.
Well, you really wouldn't see it be overturned in the MLB, Josh, either, but with the instant replay.
Right.
Now, unless the third base umpire
Clearly
got a great angle, which really probably didn't, but you appreciate the conference at least. What are they doing? I've never seen this before. Oh my goodness.
No way. There is no way.
It hit me right here.
Dude.
Why do you
You'll see the prune pack. Oh my goodness.
No.
I've never seen that before.
They just examined Jack
I've never
Brooks'
seen that
hand
before.
and let him go to first base, and there you go,
Yeah,
Sammy.
that's
There
what
you go.
that's what I was saying. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna see the prune packers coach just come out and say, "What are we doing here?" I have never seen that before. I have never seen a conference made like that.
Wow, that is
And
unreal.
they examine the batting glove. And that's just
Are you kidding?
that's baseball right there. You come
see
to the
something new
ballpark,
every
you see
day.
something new.
As I mentioned previously, I've umpired 10 years. The last 10 years, never even seen that before in my life.
What?
That's never been like something
That's
that's like been discussed.
Popped in your mind, yeah.
Wow. And really for Coach Gomes for Healdsburg, you kind of are in the right, like just like saying like what? Like what? I think everyone here, that was probably the first time they've seen that. Guys right next to us calling the game, they're saying the same thing, that they've never seen this before.
Sammy, what do you think they were looking at? Like, if they honestly, were they looking at if there was dirt on the glove? Like, honestly, I don't even know.
Rather unusual hit by pitch. That flips the lineup over for Tyler Gannis. One out and a runner on first.
Like, what could they have seen on his batting glove that gave him first base?
Ehrlicher finally ready to go.
That's a good answer. Gannis lines one back up the middle. First and second for the Oaks, and
All right.
Gannis has each of their 2 hits today.
This has really been the first break this Oaks offense has gotten all ball game. Getting the gift hit by pitch. We thought it hit Jack Brooks, but we just have never seen a conference result in a batter being granted first base like that. Now the Oaks got 2 on with AJ Salgado up. Really need a hit here.
It's the 2-hitter EJ Salgado.
Salgado swings and rolls over the first pitch foul.
That's what it's got to be. It's got to be that a scuff mark on the batting glove of Brooks.
Yeah, no, that's what
yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I guess so.
Faced Ehrlicher in the 6th inning. Struck out
Just imagine going up to Mookie Betts in a World Series game and just checking his batting glove to see if there's
Oh
a
man.
scuff mark.
Salgado.
That one misses outside. Counts even up 1-1 on Salgado. Still no action down in that Packers bullpen, but there is action in the Oaks bullpen as Jackson Jordan has started lightly tossing.
I think there would be utter chaos if that happened in the World Series.
1-1 to Salgado.
Oh,
He's
no.
in there for a strike. That's been a ball all game.
That's always a strike to AJ though.
Yeah, you're right, Sammy.
He's got He's got somehow got the widest strike zone.
It's so
AJ
weird.
the
Salgado
CCL.
has
Yeah.
the same strike zone as Aaron Judge.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Move up and away.
Specifically to AJ, that outside corner is huge.
Salgado behind 1 and 2.
Big 1-2 right now from Ehrlicher. Salgado gets a piece of it.
Tipping that heat.
I think he wanted that one back as it was kind of in his wheelhouse.
That he swings at that pitch because ultimately, when a call like that is made on an outside corner, the batter's first
That's-
instinct is, I have to protect that part of the plate. So even if
Still
that
can't get over it. Sam.
I still cannot believe.
last one is, Salgado
Still cannot believe that. Got to take advantage of it though.
Sam, we've got a base
Got to
runner
take
out of it.
advantage.
Settle
Got to
down.
take it. Got to take advantage.
Need you to lock in.
That's a great pitch. Backdoor breaking ball from Ehrlicher to get Salgado looking. No question about the strike call there. And that'll bring up Gavin Grant.
Stops the Conejo momentum. 2 outs, runners on first and second.
Salgado down on strikes for the third time in this ball game.
as much damage as Salgado, if then some.
Gavin Grant on the day. 0 for
Big
2.
spot now for
Got a
Gavin
error
Grant.
First. Struck out swinging in the third. And in the 6th inning, took a walk and scored. The first run on a Zach Doty sacrifice.
One's in there for a strike.
Take strike 1, a fastball.
And it seems like Gavin Grant's the type of guy to rise up to better pitching. The higher the velo, the more he likes it. That's what he sees at his D1 program at the University of Oregon. A lot of elite pitching in the Pac-12. And he had a heck of a year. That one misses inside. Count evens up at 1.
So far, AJ Ehrlicher
The Oaks looking for the first hit of the ball game that is not from Tyler Gannis. Both hits today for the Oaks have been from their leading hitter.
Marv Guerin, 4 1/3, scoreless for him. Only allowed 3 base runners.
The 1-1 to Grant takes a nice breaking ball.
Away.
2-1 now. This will
On the mound is Kimball Schuster.
prompt Schussler to go out and have a little conversation with his pitcher.
Crawford is out of the game and
Josiah Chavez,
new shortstop.
who's one of the hottest hitters for the Oaks, waits on deck.
2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs.
Grant 0 for 2 today.
Jack Brooks
The walk.
by a pitch. He's on second.
Also came across the score on the Zach Dode sacrifice fly.
The lone run of the ball game for the Oaks.
He got a run in that 6th inning, but Healdsburg half of the 7th.
Ehrlicher comes home with a 2-1 to Gavin Grant.
Evan Grant.
And there goes Brooks. Grant fouls it back.
Home plate over the press box and foul. Coach Solis pulling the
Grant not happy with himself there as Brooks had third base stolen.
going out to the mound to meet him is Schussler.
That might have been a hit and run.
He's kicking himself for swinging at that.
Might have been a hit and run on there, Josh.
Yeah, I don't think so with 2 outs. And Brooks the only one. If it was him and
Saw
Gannis
Gannis.
running?
Gannis
Gannis
was
was on the
he
move.
was on the move because
yeah,
Brooks
he-
was on
yeah,
the
yeah,
move.
yeah.
He
You're right,
wasn't-
you're right,
yeah.
you're right, you're right.
The 2-2 to Grant.
Ehrlicher doesn't even look back to second.
In there for a called third strike.
Looking.
Grant not happy.
Fastball painted on the outside corner.
Oaks
AJ Ehrlicher
strand a couple of base runners and go down without a run once again. We head to the 8th inning. Packers leading 6-1. we are back for the top of the 8th inning, where the Oaks trail in this one 6-1. Wes Delator is back out there again. We see Jackson Jordan continuing to throw in the bullpen, but it is Delator for his 2nd inning of work. Give a run on no hits last inning. A couple of walks allowed that run to come in to score. Lawden Brooks lines that one into center for a hit. His first at bat of the day, and it gets by Sandoval. So Brooks is going to head into second.
Thank you very much. Swiping second base is Static. Looking back to the Plume Packer first base dugout. He's in scoring position to start the 8th.
And that's how this ball game's gone for the Oaks.
Yeah, not the smoothest game we've seen from the Oaks. Long layoff. Guys definitely came out a little flat to start this ball game, and Healdsburg really took advantage of that. And have really put their foot on the throat of the Oaks all ball game. Really haven't had a chance for the Oaks to get into this game.
No, they've had a couple of opportunities, but it's not coming through. Holkoff throws bunt, and he tips it. It'll be a strike.
How about that there? Hit a home run his last at bat, showing bunt now.
Yeah. Holcroft can do it all, Sammy. One of the leading hitters in the CCL, not just for the Packers, hitting .381. Can also leave the yard. Homer this summer. Delator misses the changeup. Lawden Brooks made that error defensively that allowed the Oaks to score their 1 run of the ball game, so promptly comes up and smacks a single in the center. Reaches second on the error by Sandoval, which is definitely not something we've seen this summer for first error that Sandoval's made. That one's in the dirt. Great stop by Durfee. Delator lets him know where it is, but 2-1.
Plume Packers have been in the lead since the start. First inning RBI double to left field by Joe Kramer. Got stuff started. They scored a run in the 3rd, 3 more in the 6th.
Ulatech is on deck. 3-1 from Delator. Misses outside, and that's a walk. First and second, nobody out. And that was a ball, but that pitch was just called a strike to AJ Salgado just this last half inning.
That is the 4th inning in a row now where the first 2 men of the inning have reached for Healdsburg.
It's just not what you want out of the pen. 3 of those 4 innings, Sammy, actually all 4 of those innings were from the bullpen. Stanford came out of this game after 4, and now the bullpen has allowed the first 2 men to reach in each of their first 4 innings. First it was Velos coming out of the pen. He went the 5th and the 6th for the Oaks. Then this is the 2nd inning that Delator has been out there. And Jackson Jordan really is not throwing hard, so it's probably just side work down for him. Looks like it'll be Delator for the 8th. Unless Jordan's just ready and waiting, which is quite possible.
And you certainly don't want to do this with Joey Kramer looming. He's on deck.
Yeah, Kramer's tormented the CCL all summer, and he's tormented the Oaks tonight. And showing bunt and getting it past Delator, it'll be a bunt single for Vulatech.
So Les Delator overruns the bunt. It was perfectly placed by Zach Bulatich, and the speedy second baseman is on. Bases
That
loaded
bunt
for Healdsburg.
really came off the bat hot off of Vulitich's bat, and Wes just expected the ball to just land right in front of him, but overran it and it got past him, and now the bases are loaded for Kramer. Nowhere to put him.
Right-hander warming up in Conejo's bullpen, but is it too little, too late? Wes DeLaTorre, bases loaded, nobody out. He's got to face the CCL's leading hitter in Joe Kramer.
That one misses down to Joey Kramer. 2 for 3 today. Drove in a run, the first run of the ball game. Double down the left field line.
Sent it over the head of Austin Curio and one hop the wall. Prune Packers knocking on the door from a third consecutive championship
DeLaTorre's
appearance.
1-0 is in the dirt. Good job by Durfee, as always, to keep that one in front.
Loser of this game plays Orange County at noon tomorrow in an elimination game. Whoever wins that will face Healdsburg in a winner-take-all championship battle. Sunday at 6 o'clock.
Counts 2-0 to CCL's leading hitter and Joey Kramer.
Of course, this championship game, a winner-take-all game. One lost team doesn't have to beat the undefeated team twice.
DeLaTorre's 2-0. Misses in the dirt, 3-0.
No strikes.
Another good stop by
Nowhere to
Durfee.
put Joe Kramer. Bases full of Prune Packers. Quite possibly the worst position to be in the CCL. The league's leading hitter.
I would
is
expect
behind 3-0. Oh, and the bases are loaded.
Kramer to have the green light here. 5-run ball game could really put this game out of reach with one swing.
I agree.
He's got a chance to blow this game open and seal it for Healdsburg. Does he have the green
See if he
light
gets
to
that
be
green
able
light
to
that you guys are
do it?
talking about. And he does, and
Holy.
holy.
Ooh.
Holy schmoly.
He almost took out third base coach.
Yeah, he did. Jeez. Oh, he hit over 100 miles an hour. I'll say it. I don't need a track
Yeah,
man.
no, yeah, that was probably
Hold on, let me check.
Somewhere around like might have gotten up to like 110.
That ball. Wow.
Honestly, it might have been like 120.
No,
No. No.
pushing 110, probably like 105 or
Yeah,
so.
I was going to say
That was
that.
laced.
3-1 for Kramer.
Side ball 4.
Bases loaded walk. Scores a run for the Packers. And that'll prompt pitching coach Scott Radinsky to go out there and have a conversation with his pitcher, as it's a very different ball game compared to last night. Sammy mentioned last night's game was really quick, under 3 hours, maybe 2.5, 2:40. But we're already over 3 hours in this one with still a couple of innings to play. And we're going to be right back here in less than 12 hours. So game's at 12 tomorrow, so be here a couple hours before that. Quick turnaround for the Oaks, assuming this score holds up. 7-1 now. The Packers lead. Bases loaded, nobody out still. And Braden Rooney's up there. He swings at the first pitch and lifts it out to right field. That'll score a run. Gannis is going to make the throw to third. And that'll get it. Vulicek to third. It'll score another run. Packers extend their lead out to 8-1. And they still have runners in the corners with just one away. And Sam Brown coming up.
That was Brandon Runyon who gets credited with the RBI, sac fly.
It would have been weird if he played a game in this tournament and did not drive in a run.
Of course.
Brown today is 0 for 3. Part of the middle part of this order that just is the only part of the order that hasn't done anything for the Packers.
DeLaTorre to Sam Brown.
DeLaTorre gets a first pitch strike.
Sam hitless today. 0 for 3, but he did get on base, so a walk against DeLaTorre in the 7th. Here he is in his second at-bat in as many innings. First and third, one out. Dart inside on him. Breaking ball misses in the dirt.
Count's even up at 1.
Catch off at third. Joe Kramer from first. Sacrifice fly from Braden Runyon makes this an 8-1 ball game.
Runners at the corners, 1 away.
This inning.
Sam Brown at the plate. Takes a pitch in the dirt. Good job by Durfee. Durfee's had to work a lot this inning back there, and he's done a really nice job of keeping the ball in front. Yeah, Jackson Jordan is not going to this ball game. Now we can see he's just playing catch with Cody Carson, not even a catcher. 3-1 from Delatorre. It's his inning to finish, and I'm sure that the Oaks are hoping it's his ball game to finish, so they don't want to burn anybody else with looking like 2 games tomorrow. Well, they'll hope for 2 games, as it looks like they'll be playing in their morning game against the Riptide. 3-1 is fouled back. Count runs full. Jared Sundstrom is on deck. He was 0 for 4 today, surprisingly. Delatorre looking to get a ground ball and get out of this inning. His payoff pitch misses up. Bases are loaded once again.
That's the second already, and the bases are loaded once again.
Now the CCL's leading home run hitter, Jared Sundstrom, steps in with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Here is Jared Sundstrom, the 7th hitter to hit for the Coon Packers in this inning.
Delatorre's first pitch is grounded hard foul.
Coach Joey Gomes, the third base coach, had to do the good old Olay on that one.
No putting yourself in front of that one. You want to get that out of the way as quickly as possible.
Ball was crushed foul.
Sundstrom struck out twice and popped out twice. Balls and 1 strike. The pitch from
Delatorre still has a double play situation with the bases loaded. Force at any base, so ground ball could get him in the dugout.
This is still a really big at-bat here. Sundstrom, the leading home run hitter in the CCL, he has been kept quiet today. You don't want to give him any momentum going into tomorrow. Really got to lock in here and put him away.
Here's Delatorre's 0-2, and he does just that.
Very good.
There you go, Sammy. Listen to you.
Very good. Very good.
Pulls the string with a changeup and strikes out Sundstrom, who miraculously, in a game where the Packers are up 8-1, is 0 for 5.
come to the plate, and he wears number 8.
And that'll bring up the catcher,
1 for 3 on the day.
Kimball Schuessler.
In the second, singled in the fourth.
Did we ever get a middle name on him?
Nah, I couldn't
Josh,
find it.
Couldn't find it?
Went
It's
to
Johnson. What do you mean?
his college website, not there.
Advantage to avoid the double
Found out
play.
the name of his parents and where he's from, but that's it.
Packers in the 8th. First pitch is pulled outside, ball 1.
First pitch to Schuessler's outside. I really like
He
Schuessler's.
doesn't have a Wikipedia set up.
Nah, I'll take a look. You know, he goes to UT, so it's quite possible. I like his catcher's gear. He's got the Texas catcher's gear.
Yeah, he's got the Longhorn on the mask.
Yep.
Here's the 1-0.
And he fouls that one out of play.
Foul for strike 1.
Dang, perfect game doesn't even have it. He's the number 12th ranked catcher in the country out of his class. Wow. And the number 2 ranked catcher in the state of Texas.
Maybe he doesn't have a middle name. Could be possible.
Quite possible.
San Luis Obispo moves now out.
And I guess originally he was committed to Texas A&M. That's what it says on his perfect game profile.
1-1.
1-1 from Delatorre, and that is
That is to deep left field. Watching that
long
go. Kimball Schuessler
gone.
has a grand slam. Talk about a statement. The Healdsburg
A
Blue
grand
Packers are
slam
folks.
puts a
Kimball
dagger
Schuessler, grand slam that
into this ball game. 12-1, the Packers now lead.
This offense has been deadly, and
Whew.
execution has been equally so.
It really has. Yanking that ball
Wow.
over the left field wall. There's school buses out there in left field.
Well, no sugarcoating. No sugarcoating this. Healdsburg putting it on us right now.
We have seen today.
And that's Schuessler's first home run of the summer.
Blown it open.
Oh, what a time.
Your Dave Solis.
Yeah.
Seriously consider, as we no longer see anyone warming in the bullpen, you plan to play 2 tomorrow and ultimately hope to meet up with this team once again tomorrow at 6.
So
Dave Solis has
it'll be
thrown in the
Delator the rest of the way.
towel. Still out there,
Most
hitting
likely
two-thirds.
is now this game is officially
23 strikes.
scrapped. 12-1, the Oaks trail.
No doubt, grand slam to left field.
And
335
they'll
They're
use-
appealing, saying maybe
Because
someone
that's
didn't
part of
touch.
it. You have to understand that you might see this team again. Neither team is being eliminated. The Oaks are going to play tomorrow at noon. hope to beat
He has to
their
step on the mound
finalists.
first, that's why.
Yeah.
No matter what they're doing as the
All right.
number 5 seed.
Now you can do
the
it,
fact
Wes.
that they made it to Saturday is incredible
not.
in itself. The Oaks have to plan on
No,
playing
they're
the
still
right
waiting.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Ultimately,
Okay.
meeting up with this
'Kay.
team yet again. You cannot show all your cards if you're Dave Solis.
All right,
You
step
cannot
off,
empty your
throw.
hand. You have to plan
Let's see.
to play 2 tomorrow.
Looks like a
It's worth
To
a
no
shot.
avail.
It was worth a shot.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, as a
Well, what's the worst they can say?
you're out 11-1 now.
What's the worst?
That'll be the
What's
best for
what's
us.
what's the worst they can say?
Yeah,
Oh no, he touched the bag.
Yeah.
Still 12-1.
exactly.
he was appealing to third base.
And that's probably Dode telling the dugout he saw him miss it because the corner infielders are
For an out.
supposed to watch the runner, make sure he hits all the bags.
I'm also pretty sure the third base umpire wasn't there to even see if he missed the bag.
He was checking to see if it was a home run.
That's a good point. And this is a pinch hitter at the plate,
He only drove it 3 and it wasn't a
Blake Burke.
Blake Burke.
Yep.
Try to hit a grand slam with nobody
Thank you.
on right there.
Blake Burke at the plate. And how do you just have a guy like this on your bench? Hitting 311, 6 home runs this summer, 36 RBIs.
He also walked in
It's really tough to get into this Healdsburg lineup.
for Joe Brown in the 6th inning. This is the third AB.
Delator's 1-1.
Latour.
In there for a strike.
Ball falls out of the sky. 1 ball and 2
1 and
strikes.
2.
Green Packers flexing their offensive muscles. 10 runs in the past 3 innings. 3 in the 6th. 1 in the 7th. 6 here in the 8th.
1 and 2 to Burke.
1-2.
It's flied out to center. Sandoval going back. He'll
Racing on back row. Sandoval.
continue to go back. That
Wow.
ball is carried, but he makes the catch all the way out there on the warning track.
How about that? Raul
And
Sandoval.
the Oaks finally get out of this one after 6 runs coming to score for the Packers. 12-1 ball game. We had to the bottom of the 8th. Oaks have just 6 outs to work with. We're back for the bottom of the 8th inning. Josiah Chavez leads things off.
Bless you, Austin.
Bless. It's a 12-1 ball game here, and
This one's turned into a doozy.
sure has. As Chavez lifts that one out to left center, it'll be caught out there by Sundstrom, and 1 pitch, 1 out to be in the bottom of the 8th.
1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch for A.J. Ehrlicher.
Ehrlicher is still out there. He's through 3 and a third now.
Absolutely massive for this Healdsburg team, as they've only had to use 2 pitchers this ball game.
And they saved the race. I mean, we talked about it was risky, but ended up working.
It's paying off in spades.
Yeah, so tomorrow in the CCL Championship, whether it's the Oaks or the Riptide, the Packers will be throwing their #1 starter in Sam Stoutenborough, who also happens to be tied for the CCL lead in wins with 6.
We're going to start seeing the slew of pinch hitters here after Dode. Sulak's on deck. He'll pinch hit for Durfee. Whittle in the hole behind Sulak. He'll pinch hit for Carrillo.
That one gets Dode, and he'll take first base. And I was just about to say, right before that pitch, I'm surprised they're letting Dode up there in case something happens and he gets hit, but luckily barely grazes him. And that'll be Cody Sulak to pinch hit for Durfee.
One out and a runner on first, and there's actually a pinch hitter. Brandon Durfee comes out of
Great
the
to
gate.
see Sulak get into a playoff game, get his reps in.
Likely
And as Austin said, it is David Whittle in the on-deck circle for Korea.
Try and see if I can see who is going to be hitting after Whittle, if it's Sandoval or someone else.
And
2 games tomorrow.
Ehrlicher is terrified of Sulak and goes first pitch breaking ball.
Ehrlicher, 3
Should be.
pitch now, and welcome
Got
to
rakes.
the game, Cody Sulak. Here's a
Doesn't want to throw him the 95-mile-an-hour heat. He knows Cody will turn it around.
See if Glowacki pinch hits for Sandoval, be my guess.
Sulak takes the ball in the dirt from Ehrlicher.
Ehrlicher doubles up on the
1-1.
ball. This time it misses. Cody Sulak.
Yeah, I'm surprised even that they're having Dode run the bases. A 12-1 ball game. 1-1 from Ehrlicher. Nearly gets Sulak. Careful,
Up
Cody.
and in, little chin music.
Whoa!
Cody stares down Ehrlicher. Don't really think there's any intent in an 11-run ball game here. Just Ehrlicher sort of on the last gallon of gas in his tank, losing a bit of the command.
Sulak fouls that one away. Still nobody's going in the Packers bullpen, but there are a couple guys down there stretching. 2-2 to Cody Sulak. Nobody going in the Oaks bullpen, so as we predicted, West Del Toro will just ride it out. They'll save everyone else for tomorrow. A lot of guys available tomorrow.
Everyone's available tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even Rivas.
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone will be available.
All hands on deck.
Everybody will be
All
available
hands on deck.
except for
Josh
Mike
Mechanic.
Stanford. Mike Stanford will not be available tomorrow.
Damn.
You never know.
Sammy just shut you down there.
I mean,
Josh Mechanic, Austin Gregory,
Oh,
not available.
I'm pitching
Not
the ninth.
available.
What do you mean?
well, yeah, that's why you won't be available.
I can pitch back-to-back days.
I won't be available either because once
I'm throwing 3 pitches in the ninth.
no,
Oh,
I'm,
nice
I'm
play over
emptying the tank when I come in to pinch hit this game in the 9th. I'm emptying the tank. I'm just gonna hit a moonshot, but that's it for me. I'm done for a year at least.
You're going to hit like a 13-run walk-off home. I'll say it. I love this guy. Love Cody.
Yeah, I
Love me some
Cody.
Sulak.
Such a great dude and
At a babe.
Works
great
well.
at bat.
Jeez.
And
Cody's locked in.
David Whittle will pinch hit for Carrillo, and to answer Austin's question to see who would hit for Sandoval, it's not
Carliner.
Glowacki, but it is Noah Carliner. David Whittle steps in now, and he'll get his first plate
That-
appearance of the summer.
That was the sign right there, Josh. Raymer looked up here and said, "Come down. You're
Oh, he just gave me the signal.
you're in the hole.
Yeah, then didn't
You're
you,
in the
didn't
hole.
you see him
Get
wave you
down
down?
there."
Oh, yeah, all right, I'll see you guys. And the Packers finally have somebody up and throwing in the bullpen as Ehrlicher nearly gets
Yeah,
Whittle.
he's Ehrlicher. It's been a heroic effort, but he's out of gas. He's done. This is when it becomes dangerous with somebody who throws this hard and he's this tired that you might see him plunk a couple guys and
He already did. He already hit Dota, and Sulak had to jump out of
yeah,
the way of two
a
pitches.
couple pitches. Yeah,
And he hit Brooksy.
Yeah,
true.
yeah, and he hit Brooksy, which was took a very thorough examination to figure that one out. Ehrlicher's 1-1 to Whittle. Foul tipped into the glove, 1-2, and this is where these at-bats are still really important for a guy like David Whittle, who hasn't played a game of college baseball yet. To be out there facing a guy who's throwing in the mid-90s is just a great look to see before you play in any collegiate games. Could really help you going forward, which is why these summer ball at-bats are all huge. And Whittle goes down looking on an outside fastball from Ehrlicher, and that'll bring up Noah Carliner. He'll hit for Raul Sandoval. Carliner has had his up and downs this summer, but he's the team leader in home runs with 4. Could put the ball out of the ballpark with any swing.
He's trying to make it 5 with that swing right there.
Yeah, he's trying to leave the yard. Comes up empty.
Some fireworks late in this one. Bottom of the 8th, and just trying to find something positive to take into tomorrow. New matchup
That's
against
a
the Orange County Riptide.
ball from Ehrlicher. I don't understand the strike zone, but okay. Counts even up
I
at
said
1.
in like the second or third inning I was inconsistent. You guys tried to talk me out of it.
Settle down.
1-1.
Settle down, Austin.
1-1 to Carliner. Misses up. 2-1. Jack Brooks is still on deck, so his spot gets up this inning. He'll still hit, and so is Gannis in the hole. That's in there for a strike. 2-2. Deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on. 12-1 ball game here. Bottom 8. Oaks trailing this one. AJ Ehrlicher trying to complete another one, and he does just that. Strikes out Carliner. We head to the 9th. Oaks chasing 11. They trail 12-1. ninth and final inning of this ball game. It's been a long one. We're at the 3.5-hour mark.
Whoa, Josh. This could be the last inning. Not guaranteed the last
Yeah,
inning.
what's going on, dude? Debbie
We
Downer
still got
back
three.
there.
We still got 3 outs to work with, Josh.
And that one's hit to right field. Gannis is there.
All right, let's go. Let's get a quick inning here. Let's get the bats up.
Who was hitting right there? Oh, Brooks.
Yeah. And that brings up the top of the lineup, as we have some defensive realignments with the pinch hitters. So Cody Sulak stays in there behind the plate. David Whittle replaces Raul Sandoval in center, and then Carolina replaces Carrillo in left. Holcroft swings at the first pitch as well, and he lifts one up to the newly entered Whittle, who makes the play. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Yeah.
Usually you won't see a guy swinging on a 2-pitch, 2 outs, but in an 11-run ball game,
Yeah.
you might see it here, and we could be looking at a 3-pitch inning. We are crossing our fingers here in the booth,
Yeah,
hoping for so.
Let's go, Wes. Right down the middle.
Walked twice, then had an infield bunt single in the 8th inning. Wes Delator overran.
Swing
Throws
the
a strike.
bat.
Figure it out down there.
Swing the bat. Let's go.
Volatech did not listen to us, Sammy. Did not listen to you.
He's not a fan of fun.
Hashtag no fun zone.
That's what the umpire's motto is. After yelling at that Packer dugout.
No, his motto is hashtag no strike zone.
Yeah, I was talking about the first base number. That ball was laced into left field for a single. Volatich gets his second hit of the day, and that'll bring up Joey Kramer. And that's interesting, you know, for the Packers. They have 12 runs. That was only their 8th hit of the ball game. They just have gotten the hits when they mattered, reaching on walks and errors, and then coming through with the double, a couple of home runs, including a grand slam. Kramer hits that one through the right side, past the diving Brooks. Staying put at second is Volatich, and Kramer now has a 3-hit day and has reached base 5 times.
That guy can hit.
Yeah.
That guy can hit. Hits the ball with authority to all fields. We saw him rip that 3-0 pitch foul. Nearly took off the entire hand of the third base coach for Healdsburg. Second hit of the day for Kramer, going the other way and really hitting it hard. Loud contact.
And that'll bring up Braden Runyon, and he gets jammed and fouls it away.
Jam sandwich there. Ever have a jam sandwich, Austin?
He shook his
You
head.
grow up.
You
grow
can't
up,
see that
grow
on the
up,
stream,
you
guys.
grow up in a poor household. Jam sandwiches. You take 2 pieces of bread, you jam them together. That's your sandwich.
Oh.
Ball got away from Sulak, and
Ball gets by. And Volatich takes third, but staying put at first is Kramer.
Slacked or almost to the splits right there.
Yeah, he did. And Kramer, I guess, recognizes that it's an 11-run game and stays put.
he was busy talking to AJ Salgado over there at first. Wants to know how can he get hair like that.
I think we all want to know that, Sammy. That one's chopped foul.
We've seen it from Coach Cody Raymer this season. Ball's going his way, and he just got ice in his veins and doesn't move, doesn't flinch. Third base coach for the Prune Packers, same way.
They're just built different.
It's true, I'm afraid.
Well, I thought X and McKenna were going to coach the bases.
Yeah.
That one's lifted into left field. That'll drop in front of Carliner. Now the run comes in to score for the Packers after Delator got 2 outs and 2 pitches. 13-1 is the score.
Healdsburg still has a couple runners on. Sam Brown.
What's there to say?
I'm hungry.
You just get this. You just forget about this game. We're gonna burn this tape.
Zach Bulicic ended up scoring on that single.
And that is
Uh-oh.
a 3-run home run.
No, Canis is there, Josh.
Oh,
Wow, Josh. Come on,
Come
man.
on, Josh. Have
Lock
some
in.
faith.
Lock in.
Have some faith, Josh.
forgot we're not at Cal Lewis. This just killed that baseball. There, as the wind
At night,
just
too.
killed that baseball.
Well, and this is by far the latest we've played.
Yeah, they had a game that went much. Didn't they have a 15-inning game, the Riptide? Riptide and Blues,
I
right?
think the Riptide and Blues played 15
innings where the Riptide didn't get back till what, 5 a.m. They said.
3:30.
That was a different game.
No. That was the game before the last game of the year for the Oaks in OC. But they said they've been out later.
Jeez.
And it is
Brutal.
a new pitcher for the Packers, and we'll let you know who it is and bring you the rest of the 9th inning.
We'll just stay with you guys
Okay.
right now.
We'll just stay with you guys right now. Sammy's the boss.
Caden Bogarski.
Caden Bogarski is the new pitcher.
This guy has
Bogarski.
5 wins on the year.
Let's take a look at his numbers.
He's got 5 wins on the year.
Dang. How do you spell his last name?
B-U-G.
I do not see him.
ARSKE.
Yeah.
Lock in, Josh.
No, I'm locked in.
Figure it out.
Out of Bourne, Texas. Let's go down this roster.
All right, tell me if I'm on their stats. Do you see his name?
It's probably there.
Sorted by wins, Austin. We're checking. He's not on
Not
there.
there.
Not a babe, Josh.
Sam's
But
just-
if you look on the CCL,
Sam's
if you
making it
look
up.
look on the CCL website.
Uh-huh.
Look on the CCL leaders, and he's right there with
Okay.
5 wins.
All right, I got you right now.
Want
See.
to know why I know that?
Huh.
Because homeboy right here to my right has been doing that all night. I saw his name. I wouldn't lie to you.
All right.
You think I just
got it
know
right
that
here.
off the top of my
No, I
head?
got you right here, Sammy.
Right?
So Caden Bogarski,
Bugarski.
he has 5 wins. He's pitched in. This will be his 6th outing. What the heck? So all 5 of his appearances, he's picked up a win in.
Bugarski.
That's
What? And look at the scores: 11-1, 21-3.
he must be coming in
14-4,
like in
15-0, 12-0. And this isn't CCL. These aren't CCL teams.
Oh, okay.
So see, that's why he
That's
wasn't
why
there.
he wasn't on the
hasn't pitched
website,
in
yeah.
any league games.
Yes.
So that makes sense. We figured it out, guys.
Okay.
Bugarski.
Nobody was wrong there.
Yeah, nobody was. And he's actually working on a little 11-inning scoreless streak.
Another night game. That'll be 3 night games in 3 days for the Packers. Not taxed with
Now when this is outside, 2-0 to Jack Brooks.
anyone that Joey Gomes wants.
Tyler Gannis is still in the on-deck circle, so looks like they're going to let him hit for himself as well.
Bogarski has given up 3 runs in 18 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, only 6 walks.
I can't believe he's picked up a win in all 5 outings.
Well, he is the benefactor of some serious run
Yeah,
support.
that's ridiculous.
His first outing this summer, 11-1 win. The second outing, a closer affair, 21-3, 14-4, 15-0, 12-0.
So what you're saying
the
is
class of the North, the Kings in the North, the Prune Packers, just really putting it on everyone this year.
So what you're saying is Bugarski only pitches in blowouts.
Yeah.
3-2 now. Count 4 to Jack Brooks, who's 0 for at the plate today. A couple of strikeouts. Just really nobody in the Oaks lineup has done anything today except Gannis, who's a couple of hits.
the only 2 hits
Yeah, I was gonna say,
for
does
the
anybody
Oaks
have a
today
hit?
is from Tyler Gannis.
I think it is. You understand the team that you're playing, the defending champions who have clearly planned to.
Hopefully the bus driver gives us a ride home. Didn't she say we only get a ride if we win?
Yeah.
For the Oaks is really
3-2 to Jack Brooks.
play a quick game against the Riptide. If you win comfortably, you have the chance to save arms
Foul
and
back.
potentially prepare a platoon for that championship game. Off the top of my head, I can't think of
Good job, Tyler.
starter in
Gannis just won a race to the baseball.
Let's go.
No days off.
We'll tack on 5 runs for that.
The payoff pitch to Jack Brooks.
Think about what could have been early in this ballgame. You think
Misses
about
up.
what
He'll
got
take
away
his
from
walk.
Jack Brooks works a walk.
The Oaks will take their base runner.
Second time today Jack Brooks has reached.
I guess they didn't tell the scoreboard operator that that race for that baseball right there was actually worth 12 runs.
Yeah. Someone has to go mention that.
We've said it I don't know how many times. This guy's got to lock in. The operator. He's been behind all game with the counts.
Crandall's going to pinch hit for Salgado, by the way.
And it looks like Grant will hit for himself, so will Chavez. So it looks like that's the only change as Gannis swings at the first pitch and fouls it back.
So I think Glowacki's the only position player who we won't see in this game so far.
Losing in the first round to the Blues. I think that woke them up. I think that showed them that, hey, we aren't the best team unequivocally in the league. Like they
That one
might feel that
nearly gets Gannis. Thought for a second might have gotten a piece of him, but misses inside.
13 runs on the #1 overall seed.
As we mentioned, the only Oak with the hit today, and he's got 2 of them.
Blues handily. So I think that the best thing that happened to them last year.
And that one's blooped in there, and it'll be caught at shortstop. Really,
Good play there from Brooks.
yeah. Brooks came in as a defensive replacement and made an error, but that was a nice job there. Looked like it might have dropped in from Gannis, but stayed up enough for Brooks to make
Hung
the
up
catch.
too much.
Yeah,
Offensively, their approach has
just a bit too much, and that'll bring up a pinch hitter instead of AJ Salgado. It'll be Zach Crandall.
to more doubles, triples, and more pitchers pitching more effectively while not traveling as much.
Crandall takes a strike on the outer half.
3 home runs hit. But I really feel that this Prune Packers team, that they are just primed to repeat.
Long ball game.
And this will be the second straight CCL final that the Packers will be playing in, as they won it last year. Looking to win it for the second straight year. Count evens up at 1 on Crandall. It was a Packers Blues championship
think-
last year.
I think they made it in 2019 though, as well. So that'll be the third season in a row. No season in 2020. We all know why.
Did they win it in 19?
I believe they did over the Foresters.
So
actually,
So they're looking for a three-peat?
I think so.
So the Packers are looking to win their third straight CCL title.
I think they won it in 19, right?
I don't know. We won in 18.
Certain guys, how to configure your lineup.
Against who?
No doubt that
That one
Great
misses
question.
in.
learn from their
All right, let's take a look for you guys.
coaching staff has mainly returned. There's a lot of starters from last year in terms of
3-1 to Zach Crandall.
hoisted that trophy last year.
Gavin Grant waits on deck.
California, they remember
I don't understand how there was a game that had 25 runs in it earlier today, and it was only 3 hours.
I don't either. That's what. Yeah, I don't get that.
We're approaching 4.
We are. That one's inside. Crandall takes his walk.
Well, this is why a lot of walks this ball game. 12 runs for the Prune Packers on 9 hits. So that'll 13 runs. I'm sorry, on 9 hits. That just shows you how many walks have been issued this ball game.
This game started out long ago. We reached close to 4-hour mark of this one. 11 o'clock Pacific time here in California Central Coast.
And that one's hit out to center field by Grant. And that ball is crushed, and that ball is off the wall. Jack Brooks will come around to score. Crandall's held up at third. And Gavin Grant has the first hit outside of Tyler Gannis today, and it's a RBI double. Whoa.
Gavin Grant showcasing the power to dead center, deepest part of the
Something to build on for tomorrow for Gav. Put a nice swing on that baseball.
run scoring double on that one.
Really good swing there by Gavin. So just heard contact as I'm trying to find out about these Packers championships. I looked up and that ball was crushed.
Starts for them tomorrow if they meet up with the Prune Packers again. These are what these guys like to do. This is where you start to pitch him.
Josiah Chavez is in there now, and that's a wild pitch. Crandall will come around to score.
Whoa, yeah.
And just like that, it's a 10-run ball game.
Yeah.
2-minute drill right now. Get Tom Brady going.
Yeah, Mount Visit. Yeah.
Touchdown field goal.
Yeah.
Tie this ball game.
Touchdown field goal.
Dude, they still even added our 13-run win for Gannis' race.
True. Ball game should be over.
Oh, what's going on? Figure it out over there.
Something where they noticed some semblance of a weakness.
Just go let them know. You guys are messing up.
Relayed and transmitted and used if the Oaks see the Prune Packers again tomorrow night.
Have you been muted the whole time, Austin? All right. Okay.
Bugarski having a little bit of a tough time finding the zone. Couple walks, at least RBI double by Jeff.
Mound visit right now.
Third with one out.
Was about to get broken up by the umpire, but
Some runs and head back to the
Schussler's ready to go.
tomorrow.
Coming back behind the plate.
The count 1-0.
Chavez still up there. Grant on third. Just one away. No one misses outside. 2-0 to Chavez.
You're saying Schuster. Are you cool? Did he hit the grand slam?
He did hit the grand slam. Okay with that. Doesn't really matter.
The 2-0. And their first strike, 2-1.
Ball and one strike to count to Josiah Chavez.
Bugarski already thrown 20 pitches this inning. Just the one out. Chavez shoots that one to short. Really nice play by Brooks, but he pulls off the bag, pulls Brown off the bag, but Brown gets the tag on Chavez. Really good play.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I think
No, he did not.
No, he didn't.
If Chavez knows that he didn't get tagged.
Oh, he said he didn't
Why
touch him?
Dave's coming out.
Chavez knows he didn't get tagged.
All right. Oh, you got to be careful. Someone's about to get tossed in the Oaks dugout. The third base umpire just went over there and told him to calm
Yeah.
down. I don't know who it is. I hear some yelling.
Not sure if next call will get overturned. Sam Brown slightly applied the tag.
Either way, a run comes in to score on this one, and it's a 13-4 ball game. And either way, another really good swing and a hard hit ball by Josiah Chavez. And they're going to have another conversation.
Over once again. They go 2 for 2 here. Last time the umpires came together was in the 7th inning. Jack Brooks was
Ooh.
Yeah, someone, you heard that too, Sammy?
Huh?
Someone yelling, thought this game was over.
checked and they wanted
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I heard you reacted to that. I knew it, yeah. Right.
It's not over yet.
Nah, I didn't. So they'll have this conversation. The home plate umpire probably had a good view on that one.
If he was watching, of course.
True. Yeah. Yeah, and they're going to come safe.
2 for 2 on the conferences today. Let's go. Hey, Austin,
Austin, you
let's,
trying
let's,
to blow out
clap,
our
let's
ears?
clap louder in the mics,
Yeah.
Austin. We apologize for Austin's buffoonery. all
What's
up in your
going on
guys'
now?
ears.
Are you going to appeal the appeal?
Well, again, Coach Gomes is in the right here. You do have the right to come out and say what's going on here after a conference overrules a call. It's 1 out now for Zach Dode.
I think Coach Gomes is just trying hard to make sure we hit the 4-hour mark.
True.
That's my bedtime.
Well, we'll be back here in less than 12 hours, so.
Yep.
Call change
Still haven't eaten dinner.
That is true. Another true fact. And we still got bus ride back.
Hey, Josh, you just shouldn't go to sleep tonight.
Yeah. Oof. Zach Dode takes some dirt.
We're just going to stay here in the booth, have
Yeah.
everything set up still.
We'll spend the night with Zach.
Just leave everything here.
Us, Zach, and Anthony will just chill up here in the press box. And Dode hits that one sharply to third. Nice play by Kramer to get the force at second. No chance to turn 2 there.
I think the Prune Packers dugout sarcastically was saying they got him there.
And that'll bring up Cody Sulek as the last hope for the Oaks, as they trail 13-4 in this one.
Christina, thank you for tuning in.
Is it 13 or 14? I'll count my thing right now.
Sulek swings through that one. Love to see
We
that.
miss you too up here.
Yeah, I was
Christina.
about to
Wish
say.
we had you.
Christina, we were talking about
We
you.
needed you. We need you
We
here
need
too.
these pictures. Nobody else takes pictures like you do.
Nobody tweets out correctly like our social media team does.
True. And I love that these interns are tuning in. Appreciate the support.
At least they're here for the end of the ball game.
Yeah,
I know
Cam
who's
just
not.
yeah,
Fake fan.
Cam gives up on us.
Guys putting the show now.
Probably streaming on Twitch. Cam_deck 32.
He's the reason we're losing this ball game.
Yeah, if he was here, be a different story. 0-1 to Sulak. Dode on second. That one's in there for a strike.
That was strike 2.
Did he just ring him up? I didn't. 1-2 to Cody Sulak.
Let's lock in. Come on.
Consistent of what he's been all night. Out of it.
That one misses outside.
It's a madhouse up here right now. A madhouse.
I honestly thought that was strike 1. I didn't even know he called the first pitch a strike.
Austin, we need you to lock in.
The catcher didn't catch it. It was like 10 feet to the right.
2-2 to Sulak, who swings and misses for the third straight summer. The Packers are going to the CCL championship game, and now the Oaks got work to do if they want to find themselves in that game as well. A rough one here in Slow, where the Oaks lost 13-4 and were only able to scrap 3 hits together. And they'll play at 12 o'clock tomorrow back here as they'll host the OC Riptide. And the winner of that game will take on the Packers in the CCL championship tomorrow night. For the Conejo Oaks broadcast team, Austin Gregory, Sammy Holiday, I'm Josh Mechanic, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.